What's good, everybody? It's JC Sims here, and welcome back to my channel. So lately in my game, I really have not been playing like in a personal save for myself lately. I have been in complete LP Let's Play planning mode. I am just trying to get everything, not like perfect because I want it to be organic, but I want to get like some good mods and stuff for realism because I want my LP to kind of play out on its own and also play out on camera. I don't want it to be so much like imagination, like in my head storytelling on camera. I actually want my Sims to be doing it. So today I'm going to be doing an overview video. We're going to be overviewing, I think, 5 different mods, and these mods are going to give your Sims better personalities. These mods aren't very overpowering in the game. They're very like minor and kind of fit into the flow of things. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, everybody, so we are in the game and we are back in another house that I have built. This is another family that's going to be in my LP that is related to the like star of the show. So these houses that I'm showing aren't finished. Obviously, there's like no landscaping or anything. I'm honestly just like the king of doing these mod reviews and stuff in like halfway trap houses and stuff, but like it's a little furnished in here. So take these as like little sneak peeks of my LP. But before we start, speaking of LPs, I just want to give you a little sneak peek into the project I've been doing. I'm doing my LP in like my save file that I'm making, but I've been making Glimmerbrook into this like suburbia area because I don't like magic in my game. I just think that Glimmerbrook is perfect for suburb areas. Like I love the little fences. I don't know if we're seeing lag when I go into free mode. I feel like I'm seeing lag on OBS. I'm sorry, I don't know. But anyways, I built all these houses and they look kind of similar. As you can tell, they have that like brick suburban colonial type of feel. There's another one over here. They are all not done, but I'm working on them. I'm kind of starting so many builds at once because I want to have my save file as like done as possible for my LP. But let's go ahead and get started into the video. So the first mod that I've been loving, and it's one that has been around for a little bit now. I've seen a few people talking about it and a few videos on it, but it is the Meaningful Stories mod. When you download it and open your game, you're going to get a little message like this. That's how you know you installed it correctly. It just says, "Welcome to Meaningful Stories. With this mod, you will enjoy a fully redesigned system for moods and emotions. To learn more about the specific changes this mod makes, look out for the tutorial tip notifications like this one as you play. Have fun." And then with this mod, like pretty much every mod nowadays, you will get an in-game settings menu that you can kind of control everything from. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. So you're going to have this option right here. It's going to say Roberkey. This is the creator. You're going to click that and we're going to click Meaningful Stories. And in this settings menu, you're going to find a bunch of different settings within settings and things like that. So essentially what this mod does is it fixes the mood system in The Sims 4 so that Sims aren't like jumping around from moods to moods. So directly from the download page, it says that Meaningful Stories is a mod pack that redesigns the mood and emotion system of The Sims 4. This collection of changes, big and small, aims to allow your Sims to feel more human, to make the events in their lives feel more meaningful, and to turn managing their lives into a more interesting challenge. So your Sim might get into a depressive rut for a few days that takes planning and effort to overcome, or your Sim's creative nature might be filling them with inspiration when they need to be focused on something else instead. So it really just like, I feel like the Sims moods are so unpredictable. Like my Sim could be really upset because one of their parents just passed away or something, and then they like see something that they're happy about and they're like beaming with joy, and I just do not like that. So some of the settings in here, we have mood settings, and this mod, depending on which package that you get, you have true happiness. So you will notice that, okay, well, it was happening before the video, but my Sim was in a happy mood, but it was just like the gray kind of color that normally happens when you're bored. And there's actually true happiness now. So for things like getting married or finding a new partner or having a baby, true happiness is reserved for that. And those like monumental moments really actually make a difference to your Sims, instead of like you have a baby and you're happy for 3 days and then you forget that it ever happened. So this one, there's also these swap mood colors. So this one, like I just said, the happy mood will be white and the fine mood is actually green now. They say this is to make the colors and the UIs more consistent and make moods easier to identify. You can uninstall the RO Berkey Meaningful Stories True Happiness Mood Color package when you download this. Just delete that out if you don't like that. I am personally trying to get used to it a little more because I kind of like it, but I'm trying to get used to it because I always think my sim is bored. But we also have skill effectiveness. So happiness will give bonuses to a sim's effectiveness at all skills. So I really like that as well. You know, if you're sad, you know, you don't really have as much motivation to do what you love. And you also have career performance. Happiness will give bonus to career performance. Over here in the emotional inertia settings, I love this first setting. It is the emotional inertia. When enabled, Sims' moods will last longer and be more resistant to change. So like I mentioned earlier, your Sims won't just be flipping and flopping. If your Sims are happy, they'll truly be happy, but when they're sad, they'll kind of be sad and stay sad for a little bit longer. You also have like strength and duration multipliers and stuff. I personally leave these alone because I don't want to mess anything up. We also have the uncomfortable overhaul over here. When enabled, small uncomfortable moodlets can sometimes boost negative moodlets, but large uncomfortable moodlets can still make your sim feel uncomfortable. And there's also a whims settings that when enabled, the fine mood can give Sims whims to do a variety of things that will lead to different emotional moodlets. So that actually makes, you know, whims worth using. I don't think I've had my whims on forever. I didn't realize after a certain patch, they just automatically turn them off in your game. So they just kind of forgot about whims. So it's always nice to see modders and creators kind of giving some love, because I do want wants and fears to come back. I feel like there's too much micromanagement of Sims and I want my Sims to tell me what they want sometimes. So I'm all down for mods that do that. Okay, so this next mod I'm really excited about because this is a feature that should be in the game. I don't know why we're going backwards, but the creator, the Pancake One and Mizor Yuki, actually gave us the ability to add 2 more traits into Create a Sim. But not only that, you can add 2 more traits for young adults, adults, and elders, but you can also add 1 more trait for teens and children and toddlers. So teens will have 4. Now over here, children have 3 and toddlers will have 2, which is amazing. I just always felt that all of my Sims are always amazing rays of sunshine. As you can see, Anujpal over here, he is family oriented, proper, and ambitious. He is just so amazing. He wants to have a successful lineage. He, you know, never has a bad day. And that's just not realistic. We all have bad days. We all have bad traits, or not even bad traits, I guess, unbecoming traits that we might not like about ourselves. I feel like this gives me a little more room to add a trait, like the fact that he might be a little gloomy sometimes, or maybe he is a bit of a snob, or I don't know, maybe he is low-key evil. Now I don't feel like I'm wasting 1/3 of my Sim's personality on a negative trait when I don't want that trait to be like the defining trait in their personality. So this goes without saying, you need this mod. It also goes really good with a bunch of different, if you use custom traits. When I do these videos, I take all my other mods out, so I don't have any installed, but you just need this mod. So one thing about this mod, when you download it and you know you have your pre-existing Sims that you already had pre-download, Sims can exist without having the 2 extra ones, and this mod doesn't just fill them automatically unless you age up or generate them, you know, manually and change them yourself. So this mod, it's so simple, but this isn't even a mod anymore because it's never leaving my game. It will never leave my game. I don't think we need 5 traits, and especially having 3 traits for children rather than just like, I think we used to have 1 attached. And I'm really happy that children now get more traits, and toddlers. Now toddlers can be I don't know, angelic and clingy, or clingy and fussy, just way more realistic. 1 trait for toddlers and 2 traits for children just is not enough in my opinion. So you just need to go get this mod. It is currently early access right now, but as soon as I saw it on Twitter, I had to pledge to this person because they are doing God's work. So I am not sure off the top of my head when it comes out for public access, honestly. It will will be floating around my head or down below in the description, but definitely go get it right now, or if you want to wait until public access, that is fine. I'm not telling you what to do with your money or anything, but this is going to be a game changer, and I hope it, opens the Sims team's eyes that this is the type of stuff we want. We do not want The Sims 5 online. We want The Sims 5 with 5 traits and, more personality with our Sims, stuff like that. We don't want online. Okay, EA? So my next mod is another one that is pretty common, but I love it. And I'm going to give you a few reasons why I love it so much. And that is the First Impressions mod by Lumpinu. It does exactly what you think it does. It gives your Sims the ability to have first impressions when they meet. So we're going to have Aria over here go out for a little Saturday morning stroll in town. So this mod uses the new, what is it called? Sentiment system that just came with the Snow Escape update a few months ago, but it basically uses that every time your Sim meets somebody, they are going to have a first impression show up in the sentiment, and it will be based off of a certain trait that other Sim has that your Sim will base the first impression off of. When I first saw this mod, I was very excited, but I didn't really know how it would work because I know that some of the sentiments last for a little bit longer, some of them go away, so this mod actually has a few different flavors. And we just got to Newcrest Promenade by the amazing Devin Mumpkin. We actually got a little notification from Meaningful Stories, and it says, with Meaningful Stories, decorations will no longer make your Sims permanently happy. Aria is in a nicely decorated room right now, but because of Meaningful Stories, she is still able to feel negative emotions and experience a life with ups and downs. Thank you. I appreciate it because I'm so tired of my Sims being so influenced by their nicely decorated room. But the First Impressions mod, I love it because it's such a simple mod. I don't have to go through hoops and leaps and jumps and bounds to try to see the effects of it. But is there anybody even here? I know it's raining, but come on, y'all. Oh, I completely forgot to talk about the flavors. So you're going to have the first impressions with no time decay, and then you have 3 versions with the time decay: 3 days, 5 days, and 10 days. So any sentiments that you get, some of them last a little bit longer in the game, and so with these ones, the first impressions can last forever, or 3 days, 5 days, or 10 days. I play on long lifespan, so I play on the 10 days. The first impressions with a 10-day time decay, because I feel like, that's enough to kind of, is my first impression a true impression or not? 10 days is kind of a good thing for that. And then we have another Meaningful Stories thing. So with Meaningful Stories, feelings of discomfort can make Sims more susceptible to negative emotions. Aria is in a bad mood because their discomfort has combined with their negative thoughts to become stronger than their positive thoughts. If Aria solves the source of their discomfort, that may help get them back to a positive mood. So this mod is just amazing. So she is scared of the thunderstorm, and that is kind of making everything go a little sour. She's wet, but she's also, she has a coffee buzz, and she's looking good from trying on outfits, but those aren't like the main things. The fact that it's thunderstorming outside has more of a effect on her mood than trying on outfits. Okay, so 10 years later, and finally some people show up, but they're both paparazzi. I don't know. The Sims 4 needs to fix like the townie issue. I don't know, like sometimes townies are out in the masses, and sometimes there's like 2 paparazzi. I don't know, maybe it's because it's storming. Maybe it's more realistic than I thought. Maybe it's because it's raining, Oh my god, he has a negative. Does he have a negative first impression about me? Oh! So we can open our Sims profile. If we open our Sim profile in the relationships, it seems like we got a sentiment about Hideki, and our first impression is that he is responsible. This Sim appears to be a very responsible person, capable of taking care of stuff and willing to care for others. And then Hideki's impression about us is he thinks that we are distant. This may only be a first impression, but this Sim seems distant and inapproachable. So excuse me, but when we come and look at our traits, we are actually a loner, so it makes sense. If we come and look at his traits, he is actually a neat Sim, so that tells us that that is where the responsible thing it's coming from, but he's also a klepto. So I don't know if he's too responsible, if he's swipe or no swiping everything, but I digress. Let's go ahead and go back to the game. So I love this mod because, like I said in the intro, I want The Sims 4, and especially for my LP, I want things to be more organic. So I don't want to decide everything for my Sims. You know, there might be a Sim that I think my Sim would be amazing to get into a relationship with, but my Sim just doesn't like them, but usually I have to make that up. So it'd be nice if I could kind of have that disappointment. It's like true disappointment, like, damn, I really thought my Sim was really going to work with that person, but they're not really feeling them. So this kind of helps with the degree of that unpredictability and my Sims forming their own opinion and me not giving them one myself. And like I said, depending on how long your lifespans are, if you play on a very long lifespan, I think 10 days is a fine time decay. You know, if someone thought that I was distant and I am a loner, I feel like 10 days would be kind of a good amount of time to show them, you know, can I open up as a person, or am I, you know, a more closed off individual? Whereas same thing with responsible, you know, maybe I will get to know him and then I will see that he's a kleptomaniac and, you know, mainly I think he was gloomy, I'm pretty sure. So it just kind of opens that mystery as well, because you also don't know what the other Sims traits are. So they may be neat, and that is pushing the fact that you may think they're responsible, but you may get into a relationship with somebody and find out they are a thief and they might be clapping people on the side. You never know. So my next mod is one that I also have in my game a lot, and that is the Lgbt Mod Pack. The reason why I love this mod is because I feel like a lot of the other mods that have to do with LGBT and stuff, it was just adding like a trait to, it was adding like an LGBT, a gay, bi, whatever trait to the Sims. But well, before the 5 traits in Create a Sim mod, I didn't want to waste a whole trait just on their sexual orientation. So I love this mod because you can kind of pick your sexual orientation after you make your Sim, and it adds it as like a hidden extra trait, which I love. So if we come and click on our Sim, we can choose LGBT mod, and you have settings, but you can also ponder about your sexuality or ponder about your gender identity. So if we go ahead and ponder about our sexuality, we will get a moodlet that says curious from questioning sexuality or identity. Am I attracted to that Sim? Is it okay if I am? Maybe I should explore these feelings some more. And then who am I attracted to from pondering about sexuality? Sometimes I wonder what genders I'm attracted to, if any at all. In the settings, you can also automatically set your gender as anything you want. This mod has gender fluid, transgender, and non-binary. You can also remove all the LGBT mod traits, or you can also set your sexuality. There is a bunch of sexuality traits, so yes for representation. So we have aromantic, asexual, bisexual, demisexual, gay, lesbian, pansexual, and questioning. And then we have other traits. You can, this part I really love because it really it brought everyone into the equation rather than just, you know, classifying your Sims as gay, straight, bi, demisexual, transgender, whatever. So you have ally, you can be a drag queen or king. You can set yourself as in the closet, out of the closet, and LGBT activist. I don't like using these two. There is a file that you can delete, but I just put this mod back into my game because I was doing another mod video yesterday, and you know, whatever. I usually take these out. I'm not here for these. I like realism, but I don't think that these are necessary at all. I don't think that's realistic, honestly, at all, to be like this. I think that's very unnatural and weird. So I don't play with those personally, but this mod with the settings menu, like always with these amazing mods, you have full control over everything. Now that I have made her question her sexuality, now she's going to have a hidden trait that she is questioning. This Sim is in the process of wondering what their gender, sexual orientation, romantic orientation, or other identity is. Questioning can happen at any age and can take anywhere from days to years. So now that my Sim is questioning, you know, they're kind of figuring themselves out. We can either wait and figure it out, you know, whenever, or we can just cheat it up and do whatever we want now. So I'm going to go ahead and cheat with her, and let's go ahead and make her, let's just make her pansexual. Okay, so once you decide what your sexuality is, you are going to have another 2 traits. So as soon as you add another trait, you will have the trait. So we have pansexual. This sim can be attracted to all different kinds of sims, regardless of their biological sex or gender identity. And once you add that, you will also automatically get the in the closet trait, obviously, because you have not come out to anybody yet. And we still will have the questioning trait. I think that is just because I cheated, but we can go ahead and remove that if we want to. So now that we're kind of in the closet, we can either just go full blown and come and talk to our mom and say, hey, you know, I'm pansexual, or hey, I'm bi, or I'm gay, or whatever. But we can also just kind of talk to them about other things. We can ask about sexuality and identity, ask to donate to LGBT charity, come out, discuss current LGBT issues, encourage them to come out, or get excited about Pride. So let's go ahead and ask about their sexuality and identity, even though this is my mother. So it'll say this sim is not a part of the LGBT community and that they are curiously satisfied from asking. So I can also, what I like to do is I like to go in and I give some of my sims the ally trait. If they're not part of the LGBT community, I will give them an ally trait. So I can set her as an ally and she will have the little hidden trait right here. And I love that as soon as I set that, it said that she was a good sim. So if we come over here now, we can come out to her as pansexual if we would like. And when you come out and you get a successful interaction from it, you will be feeling proud from coming out. I'm so glad I came out to this sim. Knowing that they accept me for who I am is the best feeling. There's a lot more stuff to do with this mod. I'm not going to go too in depth because this is like a mod compilation video, but you can also do things like social events, meetups, coming out parties, LGBT charity galas, protests, and drag shows. I love the drag shows. I think they're so fun. I also love the LGBT charity gala. I just love hosting like bougie galas where my sims can dress up and make some money for a good cause. So if you wanted to do that, you would just come to add an event and it would be right here, LGBT charity gala. Host a gala to help raise money for an LGBT charity that delivers advice, support, and information services to the LGBT community. You can also, here's the drag show, put on a show by singing, dancing, or acting out scenes while dressed in drag. Then you just have an LGBT meetup, you know, just to meet up with other people in the community. You also have protesting because we all should, you know, we all deserve to voice our opinions, get our opinions heard and our issues heard, our voices heard, and then the coming out party. So I love this mod because I don't know, it definitely adds more personality because sexuality is a big part of us as people and our personalities. And although Sims is supposed to be a universe where sexuality, not that it doesn't exist, but everyone's different and you don't get discriminated against, I think that we should be able to celebrate our differences. So I love having stuff like this in the game, and I love how it's something added on top of the traits that you already have. You know, if you don't want to get the 5 traits create a sim mod that I just mentioned, you can go ahead and add this as a secret little 4th trait. But this mod is pretty fleshed out, but it's not like too much. It just kind of feels like my sims kind of going with the flow. If they happen to be part of the LGBTQ community, it is what it is. They have some amazing interactions and they can also have allies and things like that, but it's not like too much where I'm always getting moodlets about it. So I really like that aspect of this mod. You can also get some of the LGBT interactions in the friendly panels. We can discuss being pansexual versus bisexual, which I love that this is such a realistic mod, and honestly a lot of like conversations and whatnot to be had with this mod. But now you'll also notice, since we came out, we have a new trait that says out of the closet, I'm out and proud, and the other one, the in the closet one, is gone. So having these traits here is really just good for being able to have contextual conversations. Hint hint to my next mod. So you're able to kind of have conversations based on the fact that you're out of the closet or pansexual. That is the point of having all of these extra traits with the mod. And I said hint because my next mod is the Contextual Conversations or Contextual Social Interactions by Lumpinu as well. And this one just lets you have interactions that are contextual based on things that are happening in your life. So think like having a baby or getting a promotion or anything like that. So this family that I made, this is the aunt and uncle of my LP sim that I'm making, and these are her cousins, and I just made them. So I haven't given them like all their skills and whatnot. I still need to go through and do that. So we're going to go ahead and give her her job and whatnot and see what interactions come after that. Okay, so apparently I had my job finding mod on and all my other university mods, so I had to go give old girl a degree and everything. But now she is level 1 in a lawyer degree. They're both lawyers, and we're gonna go ahead. Oh my god, look at their dog. I love dogs. I can't. So we're gonna go ahead and promote her really quickly. So we just got a promotion. Oh, and now if we come and have a chat with our husband here, and then also you will notice from the Meaningful Stories mod, we have a happy moment from True Happy Moodlet. With a happy thing that's happened, Angela is feeling pretty good for a moment. You know, promotion, definitely something in your life that would make you truly happy. If we come into the friendly panel, we will now have this option to tell about promotion. So it is not the same as brag about promotion. It will have this little suitcase beside it. So let's go ahead and tell our gorgeous husband about our promotion. Oh, also, I forgot about this. So when you tell an ally that when you come out to an ally, the ally will get this moodlet, which I think is so cute. It'll say accepting from Sim coming out. I'm so glad the Sim trusted me enough to come out to me. I'm so proud of them and will always stand by them if they need an ally. So I think that's really cute. Like I said, the mod adds things for people just more than people part of the LGBTQ community. When you tell somebody anything about the promotion or any other interaction that comes with this mod, the other person that you're telling will usually get a moodlet. So our husband heard some good news from learning about promotion. Someone close to Anuj Paul got promoted at work. It's always nice to hear good news like that. I think it's really cute. We also have pregnancy talk. So I guess I couldn't get her pregnant for this, right? Might as well. We'll have her one male baby. Okay, so we are pregnant, right? We're gonna go ahead and cheat ourselves up to 3rd trimester. Whoa, okay. So now that we're pregnant, we can come over back to our husband and we can complain about hormonal changes. We can also talk about name ideas, which is really cute. And that is it for that. So let's complain about our hormones. This damn baby got me crying every 10 minutes. I can't do it. You also get contextual interactions for things like it says alien interactions. You can come back and talk about your abduction. Obviously, death will be an experience you can have contextual interactions about, but I will have a whole video about funerals and death experiences in The Sims 4 mods that I love to use for realism in that department if you would like to see that. You can also talk about things if you've painted like a masterpiece or finished writing a book or writing new music or new song. You can tell your close family and friends about that. You can also talk about divorce and breakups. You can't express regrets over your separation or trash your ex, which is something I would definitely do. You can announce graduations, congratulate about graduations, announce university acceptances, announce your pregnancy, question identity of the baby's father, complain about homework, talk about new partner, ask if Sim is a supernatural being, tell about recent vacation, tell about space adventures, complain about awful holiday, tell about great holiday, enthuse about spellcaster rank going up, complain about sickness symptoms, talk about latest workout, talk about latest read, talk about latest gaming session, talk about latest chess game, and talk about strange changers. So those are all of the interactions, or just most of them, because there's definitely other ones that I did not go over that come with the contextual interactions. Ooh, that is a mouthful. I sounded like the damn lady at the end of the pill commercials where she's like, that's literally what I just sound like. So those are all of the interactions that you could possibly get with this mod. Again, I've been looking for mods to make my LP feel more alive, and I don't want my LP to be so much like storytelling, me just talking while my Sims aren't doing things to match. So I kind of want my Sims to lead me through my LP themselves and tell me what they like, tell me what they want to do, just have more personality. So it's, you know, just more fun to play and I can keep this LP going for years to come. But yeah, I think those are all of the mods that I have to show you guys today. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video overviewing some of my new favorite mods lately that I've been loving that give my Sims better personalities. I've really just been trying to prepare and get my LP ready, and I want to have that journey, go on that journey with all of you guys. So thank you for watching. You already know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and turn that notifications bell on. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.